Okay, the next variety of I suppose real importance for the southwest is this variety here, LG SUNDANCE. It is what I would call a classic dairy farmer's wheat, especially if you're growing it for whole crop. It is, I reckon, probably the only variety to grow for whole crop as a winter cereal. The reason being is it's got a fantastic septoria rating of 7.5 or 7, over 7.5, so 7.8. But you look there, it's clean all the way down to leaf 3. Leaf 3 is still green. It's got this amazing ability to tiller, so it produces this lovely thick mat of heads. We do know it is a 6 for straw strength. It will go flat. Remember that this is an incredibly fertile site here. It had all its nitrogen, 240 units or 240 kilos, sorry, of liquid nitrogen. It had it all by the end of April, and then it's had rain all through June. So obviously there might have been still some residual nitrogen from the maize crop left over. So all in all, it's had a good feed, and the straw is just buckling over a bit. But from a point of view of a cheap, high dry matter yielding winter cereal for whole crop, I don't think there's anything really that touches this. You don't really need to be looking at a T0, T0, because it's got such a robust septoria rating. So a relatively cheap 3 spray or 2.5 sprays, and put it through the forager. As I say, this is a 10-ton crop of wheat, 10 ton a hectare, and with all that straw to go through with it, I think it's a much underrated variety down in this neck of the woods. And as I say, if you're looking for dry matter forage as a dairy farmer, this is certainly the candidate to grow. If we were to compare that with a newer variety here, this is LG Spotlight. Interestingly, Spotlight, if it's only a 5.2 or 4 for septoria, this is looking remarkably clean, cleaner than the rating would suggest. If we look at the untreated up here, yes, the untreated has been hammered, but we know that's because the yellow rust gets into the untreated, and then the septoria comes in on the back of that. But if you can keep the yellow rust at bay, and this hasn't had a massive amount of spend in terms of disease management, but that to me is a very good, that would be a 6+. And certainly in the field below, down the bottom here, we've got Avatar, which we know is a 6.6, 6.3, between somewhere around there. It's got very good septoria. This is actually cleaner than the Avatar, right side by side. So whether it's the season, the year, or the specific race of septoria we're seeing here, it could have an influence on it, but certainly this is showing much cleaner. It's much cleaner than its official rating on the NIAB list, and that is encouraging. So given that it's got a group 1 milling Hagberg, it's got a 78 for its specific weight. It's an Isterbrack type, or it's got Isterbrack in its background, which is always a fantastic wheat. I think this is the replacement for Avatar going forwards, and along with Astronomer, I think those two candidates are worthy to take over from the Avatar, which up until now has been a absolutely fantastic variety for the southwest. And I think the straw yield out of this is going to do it justice as well.